After the Christmas celebrations, Pope Francis reached Rebibbia prison to open the second Jubilee Holy Door. For the Holy Father, this was the third visit to the prison during his pontificate. EWTN Vatican journalist Magdalena Walensky-Reedy has more.
It was a historic first when Pope Francis opened the Holy Door at the Rebibbia prison.
Ho voluto che la seconda porta santa fosse qui.
I wanted the second Holy Door to be here, in a prison. I wanted each of us here, inside and out, to have the possibility of throwing open the door of our hearts and understanding that hope doesn't disappoint.
Che la speranza non delude.
It comes 2 days after the Holy Father, seated in his wheelchair, inaugurated the 2025 Jubilee of Hope by opening the Holy Door of the Vatican Basilica. Yesterday, though, the solemn ritual looked slightly different. On St. Stephen's Day, the feast of the first Christian martyr, the Holy Father stood up, knocked 6 times, and stepped over the threshold. Inside the prison's chapel, called Church of Our Father, 300 inmates, as well as police officers, chaplains, volunteers, prison guards and their families, stood in attendance.
This was not just a gesture of opening the door, but of the communion of a church on the road. Pope Francis has always insisted on a church that must go out into the streets, and it must go out and meet people who are suffering to bring them back to the right path and to make them feel those who believe and who profess our faith.
Buongiorno e buon Natale.
During his homily, the Holy Father spoke directly to the prisoners, many sitting right in front of him. He emphasized how one of the graces of the Jubilee is to open hearts to hope. After the final blessing, the Pope addressed the prisoners again.
Non dimentichiamo.
Let's not forget 2 things we have to do with our hands. First, hold on to the rope of hope. Hold on to the anchor, to the rope. Never let go of it. Second, hearts wide open, open hearts. May the Lord help us in all this.
At the end, the prisoners presented the Pope with a miniature holy door crafted from wood of migrant boats and prepared in the prison's metamorphosis laboratory. While the other 4 holy doors open to Jubilee pilgrims visiting Rome are all in the Eternal City's historic basilicas, this 5th holy door stands alone, accessible only to inmates and staff at the prison, which Pope Francis called a cathedral of pain and hope. In Rome, Magdalena Walensky-Reedy, EWTN News Nightly.